slowly let go of Jimmy's hand just as the officer came and grabbed Jimmy and led him through the crowd into the store. Jimmy started to cry even harder when he saw his dad talking to the officers and the store owner. Jimmy, buddy, it's okay. I'm okay, Bill said as he took his son into his arms. Jimmy's dad held him for a while, and the store owner handed Jimmy a bottle of water as his dad wiped away his tears. "You're a little shook up, huh?" the store owner asked. Well, son, your dad did a brave thing today. He helped capture a man who had been stealing money from all the shops on the street for the past 10 months. He sure did, one of the officers said. We've been trying to catch this guy for months now, and your dad saved the day. He is a hero for sure, the police officer said with a grin from ear to ear. Hey, the store owner says, doesn't that mean he gets the reward? I saw they were offering a hefty reward for anyone helping to capture this thief. Well, yes, it does, the officer said, patting Jimmy's father on the back. You will definitely get a nice reward for helping us get this man off the streets. Wow, Jimmy said. He was so shocked that he actually spit out the word. Everyone chuckled as Jimmy surprised himself, saying something out loud to strangers. The police officers spoke to Jimmy's dad a bit longer, and then they wrote down their phone number and address. We will be in touch, the officer said to Jimmy's dad as he shook Jimmy's dad's hand and thanked him again for his help in capturing the robber. On their way out, Jimmy's dad said, "Oh, I forgot why we came here. We needed some mayo." "Take it," the store owner said. "I owe you." He tossed the plastic jar of mayo to Jimmy's dad. Bill caught it and stood there for a minute, not wanting to take it without paying for it, but the store owner shouted, "Don't be ridiculous. I owe you so much, Billy." "Just take it," Jimmy's dad nodded as they left the store. They were silent on the way home. Jimmy couldn't believe his dad had just helped catch the thief they had heard about for the past 10 months. They both seemed to be in a daze as they rounded the corner to the street. Once they got home and Bill tried to open the door, Jimmy noticed his dad's hand was shaking the key into the keyhole. Jimmy put his hand on his father's back to calm him, and his dad was able to finally open the door. The phone was ringing when they walked in, and Jimmy's dad went to answer. "Hello," he said. "Uh-huh, that's me. I'm Billy Townsend." "Well, no," his dad said modestly. "I was doing just what another citizen would do if they were in my shoes." Yes, the officer did say something about the reward, but you don't have to." Before Jimmy's dad could finish, the person on the other line was speaking louder, not in a mean sort of way, but in an excited sort of way. The person on the other end of the line was talking so loudly that Bill had to move the phone away from his ear. Then after a while, they stopped talking, and Bill said, "Well, if you insist, but I still don't think you should call me a hero. I really was just trying to help." But then Billy's face looked shocked. "That's a lot of money," he said. Sure, I understand I will, but I still..." The other person was loud again, and this time Jimmy's dad laughed. "No, ma'am, I won't argue with you anymore. I'll accept the money with gratitude." "Yes, I'd appreciate that, ma'am." "Okay, then I'll be there at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Thank you," he said, and then hung up the phone. Bill looked down at Jimmy and then sat down in the kitchen chair, almost like he didn't believe what was happening to him. "Jimmy," his dad said, "they are offering a reward for capturing this thief, and you won't believe how much it is." "How much?" asked his dad. Bill looked at Jimmy and said, "Let's put it this way, son. We won't need to worry about money or groceries for gas for another year or so." Jimmy was so overcome with joy that he gave his dad a long bear hug. My dad is a hero, Jimmy thought, and we will have money for the things we need. We will have enough money for groceries and the gas for my dad's truck. And Jimmy remembered the wish. Could it be that wish? But could it be the wish he was like? Could it be that the wish was like the one from the TV show? Jimmy realized that could it be that Jimmy's wishes would come true too, just like Timmy's? Jimmy wasn't sure it was true, but he was so grateful that his father was okay and that he wouldn't have to worry about those things for a long time. That night, Jimmy went to sleep easily. It had been a long day, going to Millie's and then Angie's for the donuts was fun, but all the excitement at the market made Jimmy tired. Sunday morning, he woke up to the smell of freshly cooked bacon. He smiled as he remembered that today was the day his father would get his reward. Jimmy grabbed his blue robe and put it in one arm as he grabbed his slippers. He started walking down the hall toward the kitchen as he finished putting on the robe. Hey there, buddy. How did you sleep last night? His dad said, Great. I had a dream that we lived back in the restaurant days and that you were a sheriff in an old-fashioned town. On one day, a bad guy was robbing the banks. You know, like the tales of Billy the Kid. And you rode up on your horse and pulled out a rope and lassoed the robber. You caught him, put him in jail, and the town cheered and called him a hero. Bill laughed and shook his head while he fried the rest of the bacon. You sure do have a great imagination there, son. Well, you really did capture a thief, and you are a hero. Now, Jimmy, his dad said, I just did what I thought was right. I don't think I'm a hero. Well, said Jimmy, the man that owned the store called you a hero, and the police officer did the same thing. That makes you a hero, Dad. Well, let's just talk about a hero, Angie said as she walked in the front door. Angie always came over on Sundays, her only day off, and she had breakfast with them. Jimmy's dad said that she had made the best coffee, and Angie and Bill made the best bacon. Jimmy's dad said that she had made the best coffee, and Angie and Bill made the best bacon, so it was a good match. Hey, Angie, said Bill. Jimmy is a little excited about what happened yesterday. Yes, she said, and so is everyone else. Huh? Asked Bill, asking confused. It's right here in the Sunday paper, Angie said, pointing to the front page. Bill just stared at the paper that Angie had unfolded on the kitchen table. Jimmy went over to Angie and looked over her shoulder as she read the story to his dad aloud. Police, along with the store owners of the town of Denver, are happy to announce that the robber that has been stealing from the store owners over the past 10 months have been apprehended. Yesterday, about 12 o'clock in the afternoon, the robber was in the process of holding up Max's Market on 1st and Toll Street when a customer entered the store and realized what was happening. The customers proceeded to tackle the robber down on the ground. Although the police did not recommend this type of heroism, they were pleased that the robber had been captured. The store owners told the reporters that Bill Townsend, a local garbage man, was the one who saved the day. He was so humble, the store owner said. He wouldn't let us call him a hero, but Bill saved my store from being robbed, and that makes him a hero to me.